hope you can all hear me and see me. Okay. Okay. Welcome to another episode of the Waiting Room with. My name is Zyna Obasi. I'm your host today, and thank God today we have a guest. She's already in the house and she's prepared to go on live with us. Hello, guys on Facebook. I hope you can see me. We are not live on Facebook. Oh my God, it has gone off again. I'm going to try to do that again. I've been battling with this internet issue for some time now. Give me a second to switch to another supplier, please. My internet is really unstable. I've tried how many? I've been trying different suppliers, and I don't know why this is happening. This is really if we can connect. I've been trying to connect. Let me try that again. This is not okay. I think it's working. Hopefully, it will come up in the next 1 or 2 minutes. So while I'm waiting for Facebook to come up, I'll just go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Zyna Obasi, and I'm your host, like I said, today on this Waiting Room with Zyna. I'm bringing a guest who has worked with different people um, in the area of adoption. I don't know, even my Instagram is having uh, some issues. The network today is really something else. I don't know if anybody else is experiencing it. It's really terrible. Anyway, I'm just going to continue. Hopefully, this is going to work eventually. Okay, I think my Facebook is picking up. The network is picking up now a little bit. Let me go and change it to page. All right, let's hope it goes live in the next 2 minutes. Are we live on Instagram or has it gone off again? Please confirm if we are live on Instagram. I don't know what's happening. I cannot see my video on Instagram, but the Facebook is loading. Anyway, the guest I have today has worked with different people. She's the programs manager for Alliances for Africa. Her name is Blessing Duru. She has worked with different people and different organizations. She works with an NGO and she has worked with the state. Currently, she's residing in Imo State where she works with the and other NGOs and helping women, children, people who are dealing with adoption and other cases. So I think we are live on Facebook. Thank God. She's here today to talk to us about the topic we have today, adoption. You know, we've been talking about adoption for the past 3 weeks. Yes. Wonder why I'm so interested in that topic, huh? Because it helped me. Without any further ado, and talk to us about this topic. And once she's done talking to us about it, ask questions. So please keep the comments coming. Keep it coming. Just keep typing your comments in the comment section. If you are on Instagram, type your questions, or if you're on Facebook, I don't know, we'll just try and get all the questions for her. And at the end of the day, she will try and answer them as much as possible. So right now, Mrs. Blessing Duru, the panelist. I did make you a panelist. Okay, I did make her a panelist. Let me correct Ruth. Okay. The internet is terrible. I'm trying to make love a panelist, but it's not working. I'm going to make her co-host. Yes, so that. Okay. Blessing, if you can hear me, please speak up. And I would need you to take the spotlight. Okay. Yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do, I've introduced you. I'm just going to keep quiet and let you talk, okay? So you have the floor. Introduce yourself again and tell us what you want us to know about yourself and go ahead. You have the floor. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Good evening, morning, wherever you're watching us from. This is Dina's Waiting Room, and I'm so excited to have been given the opportunity to come to us this evening from Nigeria this evening anyway, on an issue that is so dear us women, and which has to do with having your own kids or having your own children, your biological children. However, even when we have prayed and believed God, God has better plans for us, and we also have different purpose why He has given us that opportunity to come as women. So for this episode on Zyna's waiting room, I'm going to speak specifically on something that it's so fundamental and it's actually one of the ways that you need when you intend to proceed with the adoption um, process, especially in our reality, in our context, Nigeria. And I will start by talking about adoption. I know you've had your first, second, and this is the third episode on this series in increasing women understanding around adoption and what entails within it. So, in my own simple definition, adoption for me simply means the act of legally, the consigned there now is the word legally, taking another's child and grooming the child or bringing up the child as your own without the mindset. Mindset is how a person thinks and your opinion on issues, and it has impact when it comes to the adoption process. The whole, as women, most of our conversation, our issues, our challenges are always in the mind. That's where we store them. It could be negative, it could be positive. But if you really want to go into this adoption process, it is encouraged that you start with a positive mindset. And for me, there are some factors I have listed that can guide us as potential mothers who want to adopt babies. The first thing is that you must learn to begin to shift your mindset from the negative view to a positive view to start with. Now, you begin to look at your attitude. Your attitude to be part of the issue and the struggle you will go through in terms of the adoption process you want to embark on. So it is advised that you have a positive attitude, and that will help you take away doubt. Without a lot, without the system, without the process, the answer quite process. The other one is fear. You have to deal with fear. You have to take away fear from your mind and believe that I am going through a journey for a reason and for a purpose. And you, as Christians, we know what the spirit of fear does to us. So you have to conquer fear and have that right attitude, the right mindset, the positive mindset we're talking about this evening when you want to go through the adoption process. The other one for me is that you have to trust the process. Some of us will say nothing works in Nigeria, it's so difficult, the hurdles are there, the challenges are there, cannot dismantle them. But in my experience in helping women through this process, that if you don't trust the process and commit that process, carry out research and findings in your environment where you reside. If, for instance, you're in Lagos State, you can begin to look, carry out research in terms of the orphanage home within your environment, outside where you give you an idea how the people runs. And sometimes you can also do face-to-face visits. You can go to the orphanage home within your locality and begin to build relationships with them. So you will not expect them to come looking for you. You will go look for them. And for me, that will help your research and your finding and your documentation. For instance, you can just walk into an orphanage home and with your eyes wide open, you begin to look at the environment. Is it a clean place? You ask questions. What are the process? What are the procedures you have here? Who is the head of this place? And these days, it's even easier for us to do background checks. So if you get the details of the owners of this home, there's nothing harm in carrying out some background check and find out if really this person is actually doing the legit way of adoption or not. And that's another thing for me is that you will also begin to connect with people who have gone through this process because it's very challenging and sometimes it can even demoralize your spirit. So you need a network of people who you feel or who you know or who has introduced you to and say, oh, this woman has gone through the process and she was successful. You can begin to build those networks with this kind of friends. And then ask questions, ask them how did they go about it, what are the hurdles, what were the challenges, how did you go about it, how did you dismantle these challenges. It is very critical to do that. Then above all this for me, you must also seek the face of God and ask, is this really what is best for me? Is God speaking to me to go through this process? Is God asking me to go adopt a baby? So if you have that conviction and you have that go ahead from God, then I think you have you have successfully repositioned your mindset to go into the process. It's not an easy journey, oh, I won't lie to you, but it is doable if you have the right mindset and you have the right attitude and you come back. My internet went off.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so that for me, it's about shifting our mindset into a positive platform. So I don't know if everybody got it, but I'll just run through what I have said before. One, you have to build a positive attitude. You have to take away doubt and fear. You have to trust the process. And then you have to also listen to the leading of God. You have to do a lot of research and findings that will help build the capacity and make you help you make an informed decision. Then and that you also need to connect to people who have done this before. That will help to strengthen you and also help to motivate you and keep you in check even when you feel the thing is taking too long. They are there to encourage you and give you words of encouragement. Then finally, you have to commit it to God. Then I also want to look at the misconception around adoption. So as women, so many people have different opinions, different mindsets, different interpretation around adoption, especially in Nigeria. So you hear has been in this field for over 10 years. You just laugh because for me, they are not well informed and they are speaking out of ignorance. So one big misconception I hear people talk about is that when they adopting a child can never be the same as having a biological child. So when I hear women say this, I just smile. And it makes me feel as if we're not ready and open to choices and options. So if you have this kind of misconception around adoption, that every child you would love must be one that you have given birth to, then I think you still need a lot of around
Exactly.
child upbringing.
Mm.
So being a biological mother or being a mother who adopted a child, the bone of contention for us is you having a child in your space and that child complements you as a woman
Mm-hmm.
and also bring the peace which you are looking for as a mom. Every woman wants a child, whether you want to be a single mom you want to be, love that you have to somebody else. This misconception, please do away with it. It's totally wrong. The most important thing here is raising a child intentionally to have morals that people will look at and say, yes, this child has been raised. That is the most important thing as far as we are concerned in this process.